What it do, man? What it do? Rebooted is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry about me, but look at the man up on top there, looking crispy today. Tall boy in the building, y'all.
I just had a lineup. That's it. Just a lineup.
you just got the fade right. Okay,
No,
you just
not
got
the fade. I just said the shape up. That's it. That's all I got.
But see, we can tell.
That's why there's a hat on my head. I don't know about you, but I see you though.
Okay. I appreciate you. Lisa Maria in the building. We see folks coming in. We listen over on IG. We are everywhere as always. Rebooted. The culture of tech. What's the tagline? I keep messing it up sometimes. Is it the culture of tech? Technology with a different perspective? Who knows? What it is just two brothers up here just hollering and talking at y'all.
And we vertical. That's it.
Shouts out to vertical. Oh my God.
So before we get started, do you want to tell them about your mini meltdown that you had last week after the show?
I've had many meltdowns. What do you want, man?
I said your mini meltdown. Talking about the text message that I got. You want to tell them that?
Why you want to put business in the street? Like I'm trying to say what's up to folks that's coming through. I'm trying to say Lisa Maria, Ray Wright, and then like I say, seniors in the building. So
put it in the comments that explain yourself, James. Since if y'all want to hear it or not, if y'all don't put it in the comments, it is what it is. I get it.
Okay.
Why are we buffering over here?
I know. Don't do that. See, that's what you get. That ain't nothing but the devil. That's what you get over there trying to put me out on Front Street. That's what you get. Listen, man, there's a lot of things happening, but y'all know this is a conversation. This ain't an interview. This is a teams, and we thrive off of the community. So if you got questions for us, put a Q in the comments, and we'll address it. You also see a pinned comment that is where you can engage with the survey that we have. So we doing new things all the time. So we trying to break the internet. So we are bringing up some assets and some tools where you can engage with the show, log on to there. And I'm looking at it from my side. So if you like what you see, comment on the survey, and then I'll put it on the screen in a little bit. Let me ask you this, man. Let me ask you this. Ride sharing. I'm a big Bay Area, right? Southern California, Northern California. I've been in all the services. Have you used, I know you use Uber. I know you use Lyft. I know there's actually also a Black-owned ride-sharing company, I believe, in the Atlanta area. But have you used Waymo before?
No. So Waymo is actually, they've been testing in my area, and we've talked about it a couple of times on the Lab Tech Show, to where they've been driving the vehicles around the city, but we have not actually had a chance to get inside of the vehicles, test it out, see what it's all about. We haven't had a chance to see that at this point.
Lisa Maria over here clowning. She said, "No, I got a car for a reason. I don't need no ride share. I ain't mad at you, sis." She clowning right out the gate. But see, when I go, so here's the deal. Whenever I go somewhere, and I'm always in a different city, different state, or whatever, I'm not renting a car anymore. I'm using these ride sharing companies to get from the airport to the hotel to the convention center, whatever the case may be. I wonder if they're coming to Detroit. Maybe so. Ray, I appreciate the question there. I'm excited to try it.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I think it's Dallas or Austin, Atlanta, Phoenix, and California are the main cities that they're looking at. And then they just had a news article on the news, and it wasn't Waymo. It was another company. They're out in the suburban part on the metro Atlanta area that they've been testing out, but it was not Waymo. It was another brand. They just featured it on the news on Friday.
Gotcha.
Saying that they're going to try it out in Peachtree Corners, if I'm correct.
Well, everything's called Peach Street in Atlanta, so
it's a long street.
Reason I bring it up, and you mentioned Austin. Austin was the first place that I did a Waymo. Lil Jim, what's up? I see you over there on IG. Appreciate you, my friend, for joining us. Waymo's the truth, man. It's completely autonomous. There's no driver. It's just you in the back seat You hail the vehicle. It's a little more expensive than an Uber or a Lyft. You know, you're paying for the technology and you're paying for the newness of it. But just think of it from that perspective. It's 100% autonomous, and it's not just city driving. Because the last time I was in Austin, they were driving on the freeway as well. That technology to where these vehicles can drive themselves. Y'all know I was a Tesla guy. Yes, past tense. We can talk about that if you want to. And the technology that's built into them, the autonomous driving is there. And for this to be on a commercial perspective, it really is a nice experience to be in the back seat of the car. It drives themselves. You can control like the audio. You can control the ambiance music. You can watch TV in the back seat as well. So their app is very intuitive from a user experience perspective. Picks you up, drops you off. No physical money like Uber, is exchanged. It's all done within the app. I like the fact that right now that it's gotten so advanced from a usability perspective that now they're testing it early, even more in Austin, right before South by Southwest. You've been to South by Southwest before, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So you have to test it to make sure that you can prepare yourself for the routes and
the drunk people all over the street, because I was one of them before.
Right. Exactly. So you have to test to make sure that the sensors can pick up, certain streets, and then how do you handle that behavior of how does the car handle the behavior of a lot of people in a crowded area? So I would hope that they would test right before you get in front of a large conference like this.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that they would have it at CES 2025 this year, but I did not see it. I was looking for it. I was Googling it, but it just was not in the Las Vegas area or in Nevada at all. There was another company, but I couldn't even figure out how to work that, in the Nevada area. So to see Waymo testing here in Georgia, to see Waymo actually preparing for a large conference, this is its first big test, right? Because now this is their opportunity to say, hey, we have done conferences of a mass of 100,000 plus people at a conference, right? And this is not just a one-day event. This is a course of 2 or 3 weeks of
Yeah.
of this conference, right? So now you can show that, okay, Waymo can handle this. So if they can handle the Austin, Texas area, why can they not handle another city?
Yeah. I mean, I agree with you. Lisa Maria saying, no driver. I'm not that tech savvy. She's not going to do it. And the article that I've got up says, yeah, they're through the partnership with Uber, they're going to be expanding, like you said, into Atlanta. I'm bleeding edge. Meaning, again, I got the Teslas. I let it drive itself. I don't put my hand on the wheel. I'm sleeping. I'm eating while I'm driving. I'm not sleeping. I am eating sometimes while I'm driving, and the car moves, and I have no fear in it. I am comfortable with the technology. After that first time in the Waymo, I was a little apprehensive at first, but the first 5 minutes of the ride and keeping up with traffic, keeping up with the speed, keeping up with everything. I think this is so dope that we are now living in this close to Jetsons era where we can hail a vehicle from our mobile devices, have it come pick us up, take us to where we're going, and there's no intermediary, right? Again, there's no driver, there's no one in between that. The service does the thing that it's supposed to do. And for this to be in Austin for South by Southwest, now I may go just to do the thing. They've already got electric taxis over there, but to have a Waymo too, man, that would be hot. Let's go to South by, brother. Come on.
Can't afford it.
God, here he go. Y'all chip in and buy some tall boy merch so the man can go.
So I'd rather be at NAB, and we already know CES is my bread and butter, right?
Yeah.
So no knock to South by Southwest. For the people that are not familiar with South by Southwest, it is a music, it is a film and tech conference. So it's 3 weeks combined, for where each week they have different features. So you get a chance to see films that will be newly released by indie producers. Maybe there's a popular film that somebody may want to highlight or showcase. Music conference, to where musicians can get their opportunity to get featured or build connections This is where all of the from different genres. So it's not just one genre, right? So, and then you also have the tech conference where this is where thought leaders in the tech industry can come and be there. So 3 weeks. So you have to find out, do you want to stay all three? You want to stay for one or multiple weeks, however you want to work it out, right? So for me, when I did it, I thought it was very innovative. I thought it was pretty cool. Got a chance to meet Loria and for the ones who are not familiar with Loria, she's the live streaming diva, live streaming queen over at, is it Live Streaming
LSP,
Pros?
Live Streaming Pros, yeah.
Yeah, so I got a chance to meet her before she was even where she is today, and I knew exactly who she was. I knew her from Cali, from
Callie
the
Lewis,
GoDaddy.
yeah.
Yeah, I knew her from the GoDaddy days.
Yeah.
So, but to be able to meet her, get a chance to talk to her, to be able to meet the TechCrunch people and go to some of their exclusive events, I thought that was pretty cool. So, like I said, I just don't think South by Southwest is for me. I'm not going to say I would never go again. I just think that NAB is probably where my focus is when it comes to learning what the newest technology is, and then also CES from a consumer perspective. I just don't see how the tech would roll out for me from a South by Southwest conference, if that makes sense.
Makes sense. I'm going to ask you about NAB in a minute because I decided I am going. Apparently, I might be speaking. So let's talk about that in a second. But let's say what's up to some folks. Sarana, come on, man. I'm going to mess up the name. Saran Robin. What's happening with you? Appreciate you for being here. And then our harshest critic, John, is in the building from Davidson's All Natural Gym. Appreciate you, man.
We got Mr. Tactician YT. He's over there on YouTube, on one of the YouTube channels. And then Yanis Yvette, author out of Lansing, Michigan. She tapping in over here on the Instagram, on the IG. And then hold on. We got another YouTube channel that we're on. So let's see what we got over here. See who's over there. We got the regulars, if I'm correct.
You got some folks on your channel that's where are moderators at? They're throwing us some things.
Lisa Maria's, they hit the spot 10:06s. I appreciate y'all pulling up.
Yeah,
important kid. I appreciate it. And then Miss S. Riley, she just joined just now. So thank you so much for joining us. This is a conversation where James and I are gonna reboot you when it comes to technology, having an honest conversation. We're not here to pull no punches. We're going to give it to you real and raw. And he's going to post a couple articles to you. And I think there's a link, not on Instagram, but there is a link in the comments. Where did you post it at?
Yeah, I put actually, it's a pinned note on my YouTube right now. It's a pinned note on my YouTube.
Oh, so I got to put it in my YouTube. I got to put it on my YouTube.
Yes, sir, you do.
And, okay. All right. So let me post it here. So,
come on now, get it together, brother. I know. It's
I don't know how to do all of that. So
Lord have mercy.
About to do it. I'm pinning the message now in the YouTubes. If you go over to the YouTubes and click that, this is a way for you to be interactive with us. We are going to try something different here, and we would love your feedback. So we have some interactive polling that we would love for you to participate in. So if you click that note, and then I think if you scan that QR code for the ones that can do that, you can. If not, you can click that link and you can participate in the poll. All right. So let me see, make sure. And then I think when you click that link, do you have to type in a code number or does it automatically work, James?
It should automatically work. It actually, that QR code will actually take them to the survey page, and the survey page looks like this. You might want to block too, oh boy, that's coming in off of your channel right there, man. We appreciate you for joining, man, but don't come with those conspiracy theory type of comments, man. So
hold on, whoa. So I got two YouTube coming in, so I didn't see this one. So let me see what's going on.
I'm not gonna put them on blast or nothing like that, but you see them coming. So
you said on YouTube?
Yeah.
I don't see no comment, bro. Like I said, I don't see it.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I see that.
There you go.
But I don't see that coming in on my So I don't see that coming in, which you see. I don't see that on my YouTube channels.
Mm.
That's great.
And
All right. Well,
something
we're
that
not
you
gonna.
just did. Yeah, something that you did as well. Now we got a little bit of double audio. So whatever you just did, undo that.
I didn't do anything.
Undo that so we can get back to focus here.
Yeah. So shout out to Miss Riley, Yanis Yvette, author, Mr. What is it? I'm trying to minimize the screen so I can go back and forth.
How many screens you
Sarah,
got?
Sarah Pone and Mr. Tactician. I messed all of that. Mr.
Okay,
Tactician.
let's keep moving on because you stalling the show now. You stalling the show. We were
Go ahead.
talking about conferences. We were talking about conferences. Talking about South by. Talking about NAB, the National Association of Broadcasters, be in April in Vegas. I decided I'm going to be speaking at it, talking about some type of enterprise technology. So that's an amazing one. So I'm appreciative of being able to do that. But Mobile World Conference in Barcelona. Did you go to Mobile World Conference back in the day? Did you go one time?
I was supposed to go, and that was the year of COVID. I had it all lined up and everything.
Okay.
I had it lined up. I was ready. So tell them a little bit about Mobile World Congress.
Just like the name says, it is all about mobile devices, all the phones that unfortunately we in the United States, we in the Western Hemisphere are not going to get. And it's unfortunate because there are some dope phones that are coming out from like the Nothing Company. We'll probably get those here, but there's some Samsung stuff. We'll probably get those as well. But Huawei, that ain't coming to the United States. And as you see from the picture here, with the Leica lenses and with the probably those look like external lenses that you can attach as well. So not just a fixed lens that's built in with flash and all that, but actually interchangeable lenses. So something like that would be amazing, perfect for content creators like us. But unfortunately, again, Huawei is not coming here because of all the things that are going on in DC and now across the entire country. But it's all the cameras, it's all the phones, it's all of the consumer technology. It's just like CES from the Western Hemisphere, but this happens in Barcelona every year. And again, this I think is actually bigger or on par, on scale with CES, just because of the fact that a lot of that manufacturing, honestly, again, happens overseas. A lot of that manufacturing comes from and happens in China or happens in Europe. So it's less of a travel burden for a lot of these manufacturers themselves to actually stay local and announce all of the things. Sony's all of their cameras and all of their phones as well. Sony makes a dope phone. Now, I almost bought a Sony phone last year or 2 years ago at CES because, again, content creator specific, just in terms of the lens, just in terms of I think those were 6K at the time. So again, the features and functionality, they were built in, but you get what you pay for, like I say, a lot of times as well. I bring up Mobile World Conference because it's happening right now, and we're starting to see some of the stories come out about what's being offered and what's coming down the pike. And again, it's the phones, but how much can you add to a phone? How many lenses can you put on a phone? How many megapixels do you need? How do you need 4, 8, 4, 6, 8K on your phone? I do. I want it. That's why I get them all the time. But what are your thoughts on that, man? I mean, it's more want than need type of thing. But it's really interesting, I think, to see where the technology is going. I'll put it that way.
I really it's all about the phones. I mean, I think they release a few tablets here or there, some other tech and stuff like that, but it's primarily the phones. And they're saying that their focus is on photography. They have Lenovo. They have a solar powered laptop that's
Yeah,
out
saw
right
that.
now. And then Xiaomi, they have a phone that has my attention, but unfortunately, you're going to have to go to Europe to go get it. I think is it Samsung? They have the A56 and the A36 models. That have less RAM, but it does some amazing things as well. So I just think that the technology is you're getting a chance to see what a phone can actually do, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then now It's will the major players in the United States incorporate some of that technology in future technology, or will it be outdated by the time they decide that they want to release it?
That's a good point, because we're stuck with iOS, and we're stuck with, for the most part, what Google puts out from their devices. They're still the leader. I mean, Samsung will make a device, and it's a dope device as well. I wish LG still made Android devices, but at the end of the day, it's just Google, and it's just Apple. But to see other companies coming out and being innovative and creating technology that's usable and user friendly for the consumer and for the creative, like the Xiaomi one, that's what I like right there. And again, I wish it was coming to the United States. Real quick, let me say what's up to two people. Montel, we see you, brother. Appreciate you for being here. He's talking about sounds like a great convention. We were talking about NAB. And I see you over there on IG MDH. Appreciate you, my friend. You owe me a call. So I'm looking dead at you right now, MDH. You owe me a call. Okay, there we go. We got to get to some more of these conferences, man. We got to get to some more. I know we talk about CES all the time. I know we talk about NAB, but we need to physically get to one and do like a on the spot show. Maybe we got to talk that into existence.
So quiet as kept. I was in Barcelona in December, and they had a conference called Fujicana. And I got the chance it's all about Fuji cameras and what their rollouts and their releases were. Dope event. I actually showed up to some type of photography event, met the event organizer while I was there. He said, "Did you register on Eventbrite?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, well, I'll send you an invite to Fujicana tomorrow." Well, remember, I don't speak Spanish, so I didn't know. Showed up to Fujicana, and lo and behold, there was other vendors that were there. Small Rig was there, and I got a chance to talk to them. So to your point, to what you said earlier, it's cheaper to make the products over there. They had a product that would allow me to be able to, with my Small Rig device, to be able to have a steady shot when I'm filming vertical content. They had a way to where I could plug in my external power and also plug in an adapter, all in one device, my external power and external SD card. So it gives me like a dongle to be able to do 2-in-1. Because remember, your phone is locked inside of this cage.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, "Hey, where can I buy this at?" And he said, "Well, by the time you get through shipping it to America, it's just cheaper for me to just give it to you because you're right here at the conference."
Crazy.
And so for me, it was a win for me because, one, I had a Small Rig in my hand. He got a chance to see that I'm actually using it where nobody else at the conference was actually using their products. And then he felt like, because I was, a user, why not offer this to you right now as a gift? So then that way you don't have to worry about spending the $20 or $25 for the device. And then now it allowed me to be able to do what I needed to do, connecting my wireless mic. I can now charge my phone, and I can also transfer my data, all connected with this dongle that he gave me to add to the Small Rig.
Look at you.
So
look at God.
Yeah, winning.
I ain't mad at you. Boy. Okay. Look, we over here getting folks responding to the survey as well. Look at this. Let me refresh, because you got to refresh. It doesn't show up dynamically. But question number 1: how do you watch rebooted TV, PC, phone, or tablet? We've got across all of those. We got votes across all of those. So that's pretty cool right there. I love it. So how does this work? Do you launch them individually, Tallboy,
Yes,
or all? Okay.
I got to launch them individually. And it's funny because I'm going to launch the second one because I'm actually on this screen. I'm fighting over here. So do you think I don't have your screen in front of me? I got some other stuff in front of me. So I'm looking at the camera and I'm going off of you. But I'm on the actual monitor that has the next question. So we'll put the next question up if we got some responses. Can you read off how do people watch Rebooted?
Yeah, so how do you watch Rebooted? We've got 2 votes for TV, 2 votes for PC, 2 for phone, and 2 for tablet. We've got way more people watching the show, and we appreciate you. from all the platforms. I'll put the survey.
TV. Wow.
Yeah, listen, we on. Well, that's probably John, right? That's John over there, giving us a hard
Are we
time.
watching from 4 TVs or something like that?
Well, hey, you got probably got that 75-inch TV mounted on the wall in the estate, and he's getting us a hard time for going vertical. But he's a good man though.
All right, I just posted the second poll question just now, and it says, "Do you like the vertical look?" One word response.
I'm not even gonna mess with it. I'm gonna leave. I'm not even gonna look.
No, let the people see it, man. Let the people see it. One word response. Do you like the vertical content? If you're participating in the poll, let us know. James, be fair. It's got to be transparent, man. Do you like it? Hit the refresh button.
Good Lord, there's a bit. Why is it got to be so big there? No, too. That I probably know exactly who that was. Okay, so that right there. So this. All right, now we're gonna get into it. This was my meltdown that Tallboy was talking about at the end of the show last week. I almost gave in to peer pressure. Right? Because of the fact that we're doing something so ridiculously new, and no one really. I see a couple of channels that have embarked on going vertical, and it's a learning curve only because it's a different adoption methodology as well. Just how you consume the content, how you engage with the content. I've rebuilt the show scene so that the comments now show up outside of safe areas, so within the safe areas. So I took some feedback from folks that were watching as well. But since it's so different and so new, I was like, man, okay, listen, I'm gonna listen to a couple of folks that I trust and that I respect their opinion. They said, man, I'm not really a vertical person. Like, damn. All right, we'll go back to horizontal. I built the whole show in horizontal too. So tomorrow we can go in horizontal if we wanted to. But Tallboy pulled me back in. He pulled me back in. He said, I ain't gonna say exactly the words that he said. We got my bleepers on here because we don't want to be He told me a couple of things. He said, we gonna do us. We've always been in front of the curve. We've always tried new things. We've always broken and then put it back together. So the reach that we have with this show going vertical is extremely important, extremely valuable. We had some folks in our lounge last week as well that said it's so easy to consume. It's different, but it's so easy to consume because I do have my phone with me all the time. Boom, and then I get the notification that you guys are live. So I mean, that's the thing right there. We want to be able to be easily digestible and consumable for our community. So not going to please everyone. Hopefully we will continue to enlighten, entertain, and educate, but we're going to keep this vertical thing going. Okay.
So shouts out to Lisa Maria. I want to give her flowers because she is a true power user when it comes to this. Now, I don't want to put Lisa Maria's business all out there, but she is not a tech person at all.
You just dropped her name, so I was trying to be,
No, okay. I'm just saying. I'm gonna give her flowers because she definitely deserves her flowers on this one. She is not a tech user at all, but I'm proud of her where her journey is right now, and for her to literally come into our after hours last week and she boldly say they need to catch up.
Talking about everybody else, not us.
Talking about y'all need to catch up. Like it is what it is. Like, and if they ain't with it, oh well. And when she said that let me know from the bottom of my heart. It let me know that I knew that, hey, if he goes horizontal, he got the show by himself. So it is what it is. So by her saying what she said, and there were some other things that she said as well, but that was the part that stuck out to me. Somebody that's not even tech savvy and say, I like it. And if they're not willing to catch up with what's going on, then oh well. See you when we see you.
We're going to pray for him. We love you as well, friend. We love you as well, and we appreciate you. So there we go. We giving flowers left and right around here. We giving flowers left and right.
Shout out to Jay Fresh and Blue.Black94 and Nesh Locks and
my guy, John. We gotta get John on the show. And John, you see that Mel is over on IG too, so got the two together finally one more time. John, we got to get you on the show. I've been watching your channel, brother, and the stuff that you create, loving it, loving it. We just got to get this dissenting point of view on the show one of these times, man. That's good, man. Oh my, JP High Tech in the building. Oh my gosh, we done messed around and got some royalty in the room. We got all kind of folks watching us now. Let me sit up straight. Appreciate you, brother. All right. I want to ask you this, and I told you I had a couple of stories that I want to talk about, and I wasn't going to give you all the information yet, but I wanted to kind of get perspective because I wanted to see your reaction.
So I'm getting this as you're getting it to the viewers because he did not want to tell me.
So however, I gave you a little hint. But again, I want to hear the story. I want to hear the dialogue. So COVID was horrible, right? COVID was horrible. COVID was, obviously the time when no one could engage, no one could interact. We couldn't hug our parents. We couldn't go see our friends and all that. Had to wear a mask and all that. And I know, I'm not going to say I think, I know that caused a lot of mental health awareness issues. And I think a lot of people regressed after we have started to come out of that in terms of engaging and meeting new folks and becoming and finding new friends, right? Just having to retrain our brains of how do we go out and be social? How do we, when we now go to an event, how do we not be the fly on the wall and actually go up and engage and be more extroverted instead of introverted? Do you agree with just that piece right there?
I just think that they were always introverts because how do you go from being an extrovert to an introvert overnight or over a course of 2 years? I think it's just something that you always wanted to do, but you had to do it because you had to go to work and you had to communicate with people, but you were already introverted because if you're extroverted, you're not going to go become introverted overnight.
Okay. That's a fair point to hear. And the reason I bring this all up, and you guys tell me, everyone in the comments as well, an entrepreneur has come out with an app to allow folks to be, I guess, less intimidated with meeting new people. So again, you're in a new situation, you're probably feeling uncomfortable, you don't know anybody in the room, but it's a technology-centric, technology-focused way of actually getting to meet and know other folks that are in the room. Application is called Pi. The application is a startup that came out of the ex-CEO of Bonobos. I think that's how you say it. It's the old clothing company. So Adam Dunn, founder of Bonobos, has now launched a new app called Pi, which is a way to help using AI. I've always been talking about AI forever. I talk about AI all day. Again, taking advantage and leveraging the power of artificial intelligence to help you make friends when you're in new situations, maybe uncomfortable situations. We've all got these phones, so why not take advantage of these applications that are out there? So you put in an event, you're at an event, you put in your name, you put in what you like, you put in what you like to do, you put in kind of your interests and things of that nature. And you let the tool find the folks that are in that same venue that maybe you have something in common with. It's kind of the icebreaker. Let me put it to you that way, right? It's kind of the icebreaker. And I'm wondering, do you see value in this, Utah boy and the audience? You see value in having kind of this wingman, this technology intermediary wingman to help you get out of that introvert, become more extroverted, meet new people while you're at events. Because again, being social is who we are, what we should be doing. And I'm just wondering, do you think that this is going to be a valuable tool that's going to go somewhere by having an AI algorithm help you meet people?
No. Let's just be honest. Let's just call a spade a spade. It's another nice toy to have, right? But you've been on Clubhouse. A few other people have been on there. There's this app out called Fanbase. There's speed dating events that you go to, and you have a chance to interact with people. You're going to be who you're going to be. Now, don't get me wrong. There's going to be a few people that it's kind of hard to get them to come out their shell, and they're not just talkers, and they don't feel comfortable. But Clubhouse and Fanbase allows you to meet people globally, right? And you get a chance to listen to someone's point of view. You get a chance to come up on the stage. You get a chance to be yourself. And then now you're talking about this app that's saying, I'm going to use AI to help pair you with somebody. And I haven't
Mm-hmm.
seen this, so I haven't had a chance to read it. But from my understanding, they're going to use AI to say, you two like spades, you two like cooking, you
Mm-hmm.
four like, playing video games or like cars. We're going to pair you up together. But you're not going to know that until you have that conversation. Now, will the AI spark a potential uh, question or a poll? Speaking of polls, I just put a new poll question up now, saying what would you like more of? So something similar to that. We're posing a question, and now all of a sudden, all the people that are interested in question one, right? I would like more AI talk. All those people are going to go in corner one. All those people who say a conversation amongst the two of you that wants to talk about a specific niche. Yeah, I get that, but I think at the end of the day, um, maybe you just don't like being around people, and you're trying to get people to come out of their shell. I don't think that that's going to work. I
Okay.
think that being behind what they say, you got that liquid courage, or you can talk that big boy talk behind Twitter fingers. You can
Yeah.
talk all that behind the computer or behind your phone or but you can't say that to my face. That's not going to make you an extroverted person, and that's just where I land there.
No, and I hear what you're saying, and I agree to an extent where you're saying, and I'll get to the comments as well, and I'll just bring up the reason why I brought it up is because, again, well, you're social, I'm social, right? Again, I always say I don't like people, and for the most part, I don't, but we do what we got to do. But when it's those awkward situations, and when it's those events where you probably want to, but you don't know how to, right? You don't have the skills in and of it yourself to go out there and initiate a conversation or be a part of the crowd that's talking. I just think it's very interesting to see that we've gone so far so fast with the way that we're leveraging AI in our daily lives, right? It's not just higher end doing research and writing papers and writing articles and things like that. It's now
They're finding the fun or the social aspect of using
right.
AI, which I
So
think is great.
that's really interesting, right? For us to be at this point so fast with AI, and for folks to take advantage of it. I'm gonna give you some flowers now on your show, Lab Tech Show. You talk about leveraging the technology, and if you don't at least pay attention to it, you don't get left behind. Now it's not just at the businesses. Now it's out there at the meetups. It's now at the clubs. It's at the parties. It's at the events. Everyone's got an app on their phone. Boom. Where are my people? Let me find my people in this room. So again, I just thought that was kind of interesting. Let me see what folks are saying. Mr. Cox is in the building. Now we got some moderators. Oh my God, we got somebody that can actually take care of folks when they get to acting a fool. So JP is saying, I believe there are some value in it, especially for folks that are introverted. Whatever can help people, why not? Good point. Good point. Lisa Maria is saying, a bit of a dating app for similar interests. Not for her. It's all good. It's all good. And Ray Wright is agreeing with Lisa Marie. So appreciate that. Introverts will introvert when it comes to real life. Oh my God.
Mhm.
I'm about to cut that up in about 2 hours. We're gonna turn that into a short. All right, brother. Well, see, I just hit you out the blue with that one because I wanted to have a
No,
deeper conversation with you.
no, I just think that you're now getting to see the fun side of AI now,
Come
and
on.
anybody can. Right now, we were saying, "Hey, you can use this." Last night, and I don't know, and I'm gonna talk about this tomorrow. There's a new app out that allows you to have a natural conversation. You saw Gemini. I found something better than Gemini, and it was like, "Oh my God, this is crazy." Sesame. You can actually have a whole conversation with this thing, and it's got a male version and a female version of this, and it's literally just having a natural conversation. And this is AI. And the funny thing about it is, my brother was over at my house last night, and he said, "Who are you talking to?" I'm talking to AI. He said, "That's AI." Like he was just so blown away with what I had shared with him. So now it went from, hey, it can do research. It was learning all of the um, um, learning all of the data from, let's say, the old newspapers, the encyclopedias. It was training itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you're in a situation where It's now having natural conversations with you. It's setting your appointments, giving you reminders, similar to like an Alexa, right? And then lastly, now you're looking at what this new thing is doing, where it's giving you the opportunity to interact and give you an interaction piece out of it. I
Gotcha.
think that that's where the fun of AI is. And this is what I've always tried to say to people: please embrace this technology, because it's gonna leave, you're gonna get left behind, and you're looking at it as it's gonna replace my job. No, find a way to make it work for you. Find a way to learn it, so then that way, and I always reference Hidden Figures. Remember, the ladies were working in the clerical office. They were doing all of whatever they were doing in that clerical office, and she said, hey, uh, these computers are coming out soon.
Mm,
We need to learn this information, because we're going to replace, the computers are going to replace us. And when they came in to replace them, they had to pivot, and they said, oh, we already know how to work this. So that's how they were able to keep a job. You have to treat AI the same way.
my
So,
goodness.
yeah.
Y'all didn't know you was gonna get the lesson for the day, the sermon
Don't
for
do
the
it.
day. Appreciate you for that right there.
I was listening to another thought leader in the industry, and he was saying back in the day, they said electricity, people were scared of the light bulbs, because the light bulb, they thought somebody was talking in the light bulbs back in the day. And they're like, no, no,
Mm-hmm.
no, no, it ain't doing that. Then they said, remember, you couldn't use calculators in school because it was cheating for you. No, the calculator is to do what? It's supposed to enhance your work process. So now you can use a calculator. You just got to show the work, right?
Yeah,
Now AI has now come along, and it's like, hey, you need to embrace this AI. And unfortunately, the people just like they were against calculators, just like they were against light bulbs, they're against this. And at the end of the day, like I said, this new generation, hate to say it, this new generation, they're being trained on it right now every day in school. They're learning it, they're figuring it out. And us, as the old heads, quote unquote, right? We're looking at it as, I don't want to have nothing. Get that little thing away from me. I don't want to have nothing to do with it. And then now, guess what? You get replaced. And that's why I'm
yeah.
saying to you guys, please, it dates back to 2020. Hey, embrace this technology, or else you will get left behind. So come on.
I'm Since you talking about AI, I'm gonna go ahead and do this as well. I'm gonna take you off screen just for a second, but I see everybody chopping in. I appreciate everybody too. Let's see. Ray said, I would agree. I think the danger would be we get too dependent on the app. Interesting, because all these
On what
probably that the Pi app, and tell me if I'm correct on that, Ray. If that's what you're saying, your question is hitting me with really hard, because the only person on this call right here who knows my feeling about social media is Tallboy, we can go into that maybe a little bit later as well. Long answer short, I feel somewhat personally responsible for the degradation of our youth today because of social media. We can get into that if we want to, but I wanted to put this up there because you were talking just now about AI, and shouts out to my guy, your guy as well, Mr. Alec Johnson. The Digital Stage Summit is coming in a couple of weeks on the 18th. It's a multi-day conference with a lot of winners. We've already mentioned a couple of them. Loria is going to be presenting. We know Chris Stone, friend of the channel as well. Y'all know Doc, Tanya, gang of folks here. I am on, when am I on? I think I'm on date. What I got, a panel? Unlocking AI's potential to streamline and scale your business. I'm on a panel talking about that. I didn't realize that until I just looked at it. I'm a panel leader. Oh, Lord. I did know I was talking about this right here on the third day. AI and the creator economy, leveraging tech for sustainable growth. So I'm going to be talking about that during the conference. So y'all make sure you get your tickets. It's a free conference.
that picture back up? Because I think you need to upgrade the suit game, brother. Like, what's going on with the brown jacket? With the, what kind of tie you got on?
I don't have a tie on, brother. I don't see. I'm what I am right there is business casual, comfortable. That's what
Oh,
that is. That's business casual. I'm gonna be dope though for the panel and for my keynote. Don't get it twisted. I'm gonna have on what I need to have on. Why you clowning on what I'm wearing there? That's wool, brother. That's wool.
You don't even live in a cold state.
But listen, when Nordstrom have a sale,
what'd you do? Take that when you went to Utah?
Oh my God! Actually,
come on, man. When did you take that picture? When you went skiing or something?
When did I take? No, I took that picture when I was headlining for Office Hours with Alex Lindsay. So I had to come correct, right? So I had to at least put something on. I couldn't just come in a hood.
Your wife didn't buy that jacket. I know your wife didn't.
Why? Man.
Yeah. You tell your wife that she need to pick out, confirm with her it's a good picture before I take the picture, because that is not hitting, bro.
My God.
They laughing. Look, Ray is over here laughing right now because he know I'm telling the truth.
Lord, see, y'all know I'm not soft, man. But I'm sensitive. Y'all know I'm not soft, but I'm sensitive.
Level up, James. Come on, man. And then that suit was probably, and put the picture back up, because nah, bro. You got some gray hairs on your face now.
Yeah.
Level up.
You don't like that?
That picture was from 2019. Come on, man. When is it gonna be a better picture, bro?
Okay.
Come on, man.
We didn't squirrel moment. The show done gone, I don't know in what direction. It didn't turn into a harassment.
When you started promoting this, you knew that I was gonna talk about this outfit. Now the next conference that you doing, Davidson says that's wool.
That's wool, right?
Come on now. Come on, man.
I'm about to turn all these lights off. I'm about to turn all these lights off. We done for the day.
You want the truth? We're giving you the truth.
You ain't gonna talk about me.
He gonna be like, I can't wear this out. So the next conference that you speak at, we need to see another.
Okay.
It's gonna be in the back of his head. Tall boy to clown me on my outfit.
That's the pastor look. See that? But see, that's what I was going for. I was going there. I was going, bring ye tithes to the storehouse. That was the look that I was going for. When y'all turn with me to the book, okay, we're not gonna start blaspheming or nothing. But my God.
Yeah. It's time for a new photo shoot.
Okay. I'll take care of that. I'll take care of that. Let's get focused again. We see awesome, fun things here.
He in his own comments talking about, I like it. Come on, man. Why are you over there talking about I like it?
That's not me. That's my dad right there. No. I'm not going to do that to myself and say I like it talking about.
I didn't know. So Senior, he ain't going to dog his son out. That's my boy. I'm proud of my son. He can wear the outfit.
Thumbs up and everything. To appreciate you, Dad. I might come over tonight and we may have a drink together. Just appreciate you for that.
Yeah, Daddy gonna stick up for you. Tall boy, lay off my son.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Lisa Murray got the praying hands for you. Talking about, Lord, pray for this brother. Like, come on now.
This was a technology show, and I was talking about an AI conference, and now we're talking about my wardrobe.
You put the outfit on, brother.
Yeah, yes, I did. Again, entertain, enlighten, and educate. There's a lot of entertainment happening right now.
Well, you did it to yourself, brother, and I told you, EI is.
There it is. I want to acknowledge. I want to keep moving now. I want to acknowledge some more folks of the family that are coming in. Awesome, fun things, and I'm almost saying awesome wood things because the man has so many channels. So just Mr. Awesome Things. Appreciate you being here. Buggy whip makers hate the internal combustion engine. There you go. Stay current. Candle makers hate the incandescent light bulbs. Stay current. Piano sales dropped 90% when the AM radio became a thing. See, this man right here. No. Again, so you got to stay with it. You got to stay current. You got to stay in front of the curve as well. So appreciate you for coming through. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Now it's a roast. I feel like
shout out to official Just Nails, and there was somebody else I wanted to shout out.
Shout them out, brother. Yeah, let's get back on that kind of thing. Let's say what's up to the folks instead of talking about my clothing line.
Gotcha. Hey man, just get the okay from your wife.
I will now. I'm not even going to the grocery store without getting permission. I'm glad that's not a survey question. Speaking
of that, I'm gonna go ahead and throw up the next survey question here. The next one is up.
I see you over here. So let's take a look at it. How many folks can I? If I click on it, does it mess up anything?
Let me see. I go ahead, refresh it. I got you. Go ahead.
All right, because I don't want to mess it up. Again,
I don't think too many people voted on it. Come on, y'all. The link is pinned in the comments. For the late joiners, feel free to click that link. Feel free to click that link in the comments. If you're watching on Instagram, feel free to come over here to the YouTube channels. I am Tallboy, James Hicks, or the Lab Tech Show, and you can participate with us. Shout out to Carol Blackman joining us
Shouts
over
out.
on Instagram.
I ain't mad at
Uh,
it.
but yeah, you can come on over and participate in the poll. All you do is click on that link in the pinned comments, and you can feel free to
I got the
see.
QR code up in the screen there too. So
Yeah.
what would you like more of is what you got going right now, right? So hands-on reviews, AI talk, phone or PC tutorials, the conversation amongst the two of you or guests. Right now, what's winning are hands-on reviews. Y'all hold on just 5 minutes. And AI talk. We doing that right now. So now we in line with the community. They don't want to hear the banter of the conversation amongst the two of us, or were you talking about my latest selection from Nordstrom?
Got you.
Okay.
I'm gonna still keep going if I see some more. So I get it. I know it's still wintertime, so we're not gonna say nothing.
You
At
don't
this
say
moment.
nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Let's get
So I
back and
did
get
put a
locked
new
in.
poll. I did put a new poll question up. What is your rating of the show?
Oh Lord,
So
today
you
it's
can
gonna be
rate us.
horrible. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
so
horrible.
feel free to participate in real time. We will put the comments up, and we won't. We're not judging. What is your rating of the show? Let us know. All right. So speaking, she said, "I like the banner. I love that." Come on, Lisa Maria, talk to the people. All right. Speaking of unboxings, you got a. I had a toy last week, but you got a toy this week. What you got?
Are we gonna get into that? Okay. Well, like I said, I'll do the unboxing and then I'll talk about something else that's a little less along your lines that you don't like, but doesn't matter.
Why I want to
Sure.
talk about something that I don't like?
Apple. You don't like Apple, but we're gonna talk about Apple because Apple just announced some things today, and I wanna have the conversation about that because we are technology evangelists and we are subject matter experts, telling people should they or should they not. So you're not an Apple
Okay,
fan, but we're gonna talk about it. So there you go. There's the
go ahead.
banter right there, Lisa
Let's
Maria.
talk about it. Let's get it over with. Let's talk about the Apple. Let's get this over. Yeah.
Well, my here again, I'm gonna be selfish again because I literally just 2 days ago upgraded my Mac Studio. I went from the M1 Mac Studio, the desktop, to the M2. I went in there and I just knew that there was probably going to be the newer Mac Studio coming out within the next couple of weeks or so. So when I saw some more rumblings about that, so I done just reconfigured my new device, my new desktop, my new workstation, got it honed exactly how I wanted, and probably within the next 5 or 7 days, I'm gonna need to go return it and get the newer one because, of course, it's faster, and I need that in my life. What came out today from Apple?
So before you do that, did you
Yeah.
buy this because this is what you wanted, or is this something that you bought because you needed it?
I needed the new studio, so I will show you what I'm talking about when I say studio. The studio I needed for processing functionality and capability because shouts out, look at the founder's card coming up there. I'm a member of founder's card, so I get discounts on all kinds of things. This is the beast right here. So I got the M2 Max Mac Studio with all the port connectivity. So I got all my Thunderbolt, all my USB, all my HDMI, all of my connectivity is built into this. It allows me
Break that
to
down for the people that may not understand because you're talking to them as if they do. So you just give them a brief synopsis. Come on.
USB-C connectivity for all of my data and all of my power connectivity from all of my mobile devices, all of my portable SSD drives, all of my storage devices, connectivity for all of my cameras that I have in the studios where go into that. So I've got I've got Thunderbolt 4 is a connection protocol. I got that type of connectivity, hubs and docks that plug into this device. So it allows me to have 5 screens going at one particular time plugged into the same device, and 3 cameras going at one time. So I've got all these multiple devices plugged into this one system right here. And I needed also the compute power and the video rendering power for all of the Final Cut work that I do, the DaVinci Resolve work that I do, and hey, shouts out to CapCut too, since they back. So I do CapCut too. So those are kind of the main tools that I'm using for a lot of the video processing, because we're recording in 4K right now, and these are some huge files. And when I send Tallboy those isolated files of him, not me, not the show, but of just him, so he can cut those up on his side, I want them to be extra crispy. I want them to be incredibly clear. I want them to be picture perfect so he could do whatever he wants to do. So I did need a system that crunched those numbers a lot faster than a 2022 model. So this newer model is the one that I got.
Gotcha.
That break it down? So faster CPU, faster GPU for graphical processing and all of that. And the problem is that, again, I think they're going to come out with a brand new one within the next week. So I get to go back to my Apple store. Now, what Apple launched today, iPad Air with the M3 chip. God, that's a whole lot for an iPad Air. That's a lot of compute power for someone who's, in my opinion, I got the iPad Pro. That's a lot of compute power for someone who's just consuming primarily the internet, who's just streaming Netflix, who's just doing their social media. I know, again, I worked for Apple for 10 years. So again, I'm a member of the cult of Mac. I am that guy. You see all these things on my wall. I have all of them mounted on my wall as well. I got the one that Steve gave us on the wall too. But at some point, too much is too much. And it's more of a want versus a need, I think, going with an M3 iPad Air. I think it's overkill for the high majority of people. There's a smaller subset of folks that would take advantage of this, but there's just my consensus on that. I think this new iPad with the A16 chip is a more valid alternative. The fact, unfortunately, that it doesn't have the Apple intelligence built in on the iPad in and of itself, that's a challenge right there. And I'm wondering why they did that. But there you go. They came out with these two new devices today, and one I think is a little bit more of an overkill, and then one I think is just slightly below.
So since you're speaking of overkill, what would be the use case for somebody, or who would be the ideal user for an iPad Air? Not necessarily the new one, but what would be the use case for somebody with an iPad Air versus the iPad?
Weight, because the Air is much thinner, right? Again, much more. None of them are heavy, but again, just in grams of weight, just for someone who's probably using it and carrying a lot of times, the Air is just a lot thinner than the iPad. So use case, I would say students. Both of my kids have iPad Airs that they use for taking notes in class, for doing presentations and things like that. I think the Air and the standard iPad are great consumption devices. So again, you're streaming your YouTube TV, your Xfinity TV, whatever, your Netflix, that kind of thing. You buy the keyboard, and boom, you can have a device that you can at least engage and consume your internet assets. So I think that's really where it is for folks that are doing probably video processing, video editing. They're going to go with the iPad Pro as opposed to an Air or the standard iPad. I've seen a lot of folks as well get these for content creation perspectives. They'll have a teleprompter and they'll mount iPad Mini or something on the display so they can actually project the image off of that. But the use case for the tablet is really still only around consumption. Or you can't do it. It's not a laptop. Apple has tried to turn them into laptops, but they're not laptops. It's really challenging to, unless you're highly tech savvy, it's challenging to transfer data back and forth a lot of times. You can't use AirDrop everywhere. Not everyone is in the Apple ecosystem. So just kind of keep that in mind. Don't try to do every single, just because it's got the faster processor, you can't do every single thing. And again, this is coming from an Apple head, right? You can't do every single thing that you want to do, I think, with these tablet devices. So much more from a consumption perspective, doing your social media, streaming your Netflix, and that kind of stuff.
So now my next question is, the iPad Air would be more for seniors or somebody that's not necessarily a tech savvy person, or basically someone that might might be a student. The iPad Pro the iPad would be primarily for somebody that's into content creation, probably someone that's doing business meetings.
The iPad Pro, not the
Someone
iPad. So there's three. There's the iPad, there's the iPad Air, and there's the iPad Pro. The
you got to
the
talk to
iPad
people. I don't
itself is the
understand
lower
this.
one.
So yeah, break this stuff down because people might say I want an iPad. Tallboy's Team Droid, but you're break this down for somebody that may want to get in your ecosystem. So and then now you're talking about a new MacBook that you just purchased. So that's a whole different beast of a device
Beast
because
of a device.
it allows you to do so much computing that it can handle it. It can handle the processing power. So people probably need that breakdown of what's the difference between iPad Air all the way up into the MacBook.
Yeah. All right. So I'll do that, and I'll be really brief, just so we can break that down, and we can have a separate discussion if you want to as well. So there's the Mini. There's the iPad Mini, which is the small. I think it's 10 inches, 8 or 10 inches, right? So very portable, small. Does all the consumption as well. The processor isn't as powerful as you start getting into the larger ones. So if you just want something real small and compact, about the size of two phones stacked on each other, that's the Mini. Then you got the iPad, which is I think it's 10 inches or 11 inches, around that size. That one, again, just basic consumption. Allow you to stream all of your applications, your TV channels, consume all of your social media, take notes, do that kind of thing. Really smart for, I like how you said, for seniors and even for students, primarily students in.
This is the iPad or the iPad Air?
This is the iPad. Haven't got to the Air yet.
Okay.
So the iPad, again, for students, things like that. The iPad Air would be for ones who even want just a smaller footprint. Right, it's smaller than the iPad, has a little bit higher consumption and compute power. Does virtually the same thing. Has probably a higher quality camera in it as well. But I don't be one of those people that's walking around with an iPad taking photos and videos because it's not a good look. But the Air and the iPad in and of itself, just a different processor, a little bit different camera quality, but essentially do the same thing. When you want to step into doing more extensive computation, if you want to start doing video editing, when you want to start doing photo editing, so that your Lightrooms, your Final Cut, things like that, that's when you'll probably step into the iPad Pro, right? Because then you've got 4K cameras on the front and back, you've got all the connectivity, you got the faster Bluetooth, you got the faster Wi-Fi, you got all of that extra connectivity and compute power. That's the continuum. So Mini, iPad Air, and then the iPad Pro. I like what Kevin says. He's got an iPad Pro. It's a great second monitor as well. I'm looking at that as another screen right now because that's what's running IG for me right now. So again, just consuming social content for the most part. I do take it to like coffee shops every now and then and use it, but I'm still using my laptop for most of what I do. Maybe I'll sell it.
And then the last is the MacBook, which that's the actual desktop. Am I saying that right? Or
no,
is that
no, and this is pretty cool that you're asking those questions. So the MacBook is the laptop. So the MacBook is now down to two iterations. There's a MacBook Air, very thin as well, no fan in it, so completely quiet, really portable. Again, that's a great device for students. It's a great device for folks who don't want to carry a big bulky laptop around. And then there's the MacBook Pro, which is the one that has the fan in it. And I specifically mentioned about a fan because then you can start doing more of the high-end heavy computation. It's got built-in SD card ports. It's got the built-in HDMI port because you're doing more business-related activities with the Pro. You can do them with the Air, but there are still some limitations. Like I couldn't use the MacBook Air since it doesn't have a fan in it to stream with Ecamm, because Ecamm is a local installable app that requires a lot of computational power, a lot of RAM, things like that. So the MacBook Air could overheat. So I gotta have that fan in it.
Gotcha.
Reach me offline, booking.hicksnewmedia.com if you want to talk a little bit more about that. And then we can go into some more details. I didn't want to sidestep the show,
No. No, this is good information because we had about 18 people that were watching when we started this segment, right? And then now we're at 21 and not one person dropped off. We've had more people join the show, and this is information that they needed to know. And you're the iOS, Apple, cult of Mac guy. We're going to give you the opportunity to let people understand when it's time for their buying purchases. They kind of have an idea of saying, James said, this is probably the best fit for me. So that's kind of why I wanted to have this segment with you and say, break this down, because now people can say, this is overkill. This is what I need, or nah, I don't want that.
I got the
So
book.
you took yourself off the screen. Hold up. So you took yourself off the screen to go get the book?
I did. Just show that I was telling the truth. I can go get some of my awards too, signed by Steve. But I had to go get the book, so y'all didn't think I was just rambling or nothing. Put the book back over here. Signed too. Signed.
So we have a poll question that's going on right now. Would you like to put that up? What are your thoughts on the rating of the show? We're going to move over to the second poll. We have 2 more questions left. So feel free to get your last entries in. The question is, what is your rating of the show? And as you can see, this is what we have right now. So 4 and 5s. I like that. So I'm putting
A and B student. I'm a C+ student, so I don't mind the B right there. So okay.
So I'm putting a new poll question on there now, and it's what tech that has been featured on this show do you appreciate? Is it 1, the Tele TV, Wood Up, Claude Note and Pen, the J5 Create Power Bank, or the Ray-Ban Meta Glasses? These are topics that we've talked on previous shows. Let us know once you click on that link in the description of our respective YouTube channels. What tech has been featured on this show that you appreciate? Thank you.
Love it, love it. I tell you what, while I was rambling for a minute, let me make sure we get to some comments as well, because we want to be cognizant of folks that are taking their most valuable asset, their time, to hang out with us. See, John is saying the leather bolo tie with turquoise gem. And see, there he go. He's still talking about my suit. Okay, we gonna move on from that. You can't be a tech talk show and not talk about the biggest company on the planet. Kevin Cox, you just got a raise.
Yes,
God, that's my dude right there. I'm happy that you got a chance to meet him too last week. Cause I mean, Kevin like flies under the radar, but what he's like E.F. Hutton for all the old cats out there. When Kevin speak, you might want to listen. Okay, Mac Studio is a game changer when it comes to power for budget. Boom. I vastly underuse my iPad. It's 100% a consumption device in my world. So yeah, awesome, fun things. I've owned 2 MacBook Air models in the past. Not good for video production, but a great machine. Exactly, right? Does the thing that it's designed for well, but for a good handful of both of our audience who are creators, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, folks that are out there that really need some compute power, might want to go ahead and save a couple of nickels and step up to a pro model so you can do what you need to do. You saw, hey, when we were at CES, I plugged my laptop when we were in the media room and we were streaming. You had your device, you plugged directly into it. If I did not have the pro, I couldn't have plugged that HDMI cord directly into mine too. I would have had multiple dongles and all these other things. Real clean connections, So, dope. Wasn't here enough and only knew of Meta Glasses on that list. Okay, see, at least we talked about the Meta Glasses and someone got some knowledge. We talked about Meta Glasses 2-3 years ago when they first came out. Now they're popular. You give them one Super Bowl commercial and now everybody talking about them.
Look, somebody I know hit the spot 1006.
Talk to him.
I got to have them glasses. I want them glasses. I need them glasses. I'm like, come on now. You don't.
Which ones you want, sis? Which ones you want?
Lord, Jesus.
Which ones you want, sis?
Watching because he didn't went out and pulled out 2 pairs. Look, and he loved him some hit the spot 1006.
I do. Listen, I love me some hit the spot. Yeah, listen. Whatever you need, sis, I got you. Whatever you need, I got you.
That's hilarious.
It's recorded and it's live and it's online right now. I can't take it back. You holler at your boy, whatever you need.
He got 2 pair waiting on you.
Well, I got my regular glasses with my prescription in them, and then I got my sunglasses too.
Look at her in the comments. I need those.
I need those. Need them in the life.
Let us know in the comments. In the poll, how you feel. We featured some products. Would love to get your thoughts on it. That's it. And have an offline conversation with don't
James. Get nervous now. Don't get nervous. Okay, you over there. Get you something to drink.
The poll question's going up on this one though. I like this. Put that up real quick.
Okay, I just want to make sure you wouldn't get nervous. If you need to get a drink while I pull up the poll question here. Let me see here.
I'm gonna go sip on my mimosa for the evening.
Well, you want a new which one here? What tech has been featured on the show that you like? So Telly, Wood Up, Plaud, J5 Create, and the Meta glasses. So even across the board. I know this name.
I think that power bank is winning.
Yeah. I know this name. Is this on your, let's see, Trevor Nichols? I know this name. Okay.
Well, I got mine on right now. That's Trevor out there in Birmingham. He showed up in time.
That's right. I remember you talk madness about him last time. Talking about show when he want to. CP time.
He said you're not gonna put it. You got them on right now, don't you?
No, these. So I'm a Ray-Ban. I'm a Wayfair dude. These are just regular Wayfarers, Ray-Bans for computer vision. You mess around and I'm 55 now, right? So it's a little bit harder to zoom in on some of these screens, and I'm just saying. So these are my computer glasses.
Well, I got mine on right now. You do. I keep mine on.
You know, and then
these are my everydays.
Okay, and then my sunglasses.
Oh, there's sunglasses. See, mine are actually prescription. So
hold on now. Hold on. I got 3 pair. I got stock in Ray-Ban.
You got it like that.
Yes, sir. Okay. And then I got these joints. Boy, with the blue light filter too. You got to get the blue light filter when you're around computers all the time. You got to. Oh my God! Hold on. Somebody take a screenshot of this right here. I'm gonna take a screenshot right now. Cause your boy looked like he modeling for Ray-Ban.
So do they have prescription in all 3 of them, or just only in one?
Prescription in the ones I have on now, and in my regular glasses. Yeah, but not in the sunglasses. No.
Gotcha. That's fair. I got you. Gotcha.
Yeah, I didn't want to be on the beach somewhere and then mess around and break them and then not mess up my prescription. So these are just.
Get a 1-year warranty.
You got that warranty money, huh? That? Okay, you got warranty. I'm trying to buy new automobiles. I don't have time to be buying a whole bunch of extra frivolous stuff.
So you don't think a warranty is important?
I do, but not right now. Not when I'm trying. Not when I'm trying to get.
Hey, look, the way these tariffs is about to hit.
Now you're getting in my business, right? Because again, I got to do this real quick. We can go along this conversation if you want to as well, right? Because right now I got to make a move. My lease is up Saturday. Dad, if you're still here, I still may need a ride to the dealership to go drop this vehicle off. Or maybe I just get a Waymo and come back to the house. Okay.
Oh, man. So I really want to throw a company under the bus, but
do it, man. Do it, man. And then after that, I'll do my unboxing so I don't get in trouble.
So I'm going to say this.
Is that the company you're going to throw? Hold on. That's not the company you want to throw under the bus, is it? Yeah, don't do it. No, bro. Don't do it, man. Don't mess up this money. Hold on, man. Don't.
Man, because I got to keep it a buck, man. So.
Okay. Let me go off camera.
No. We in this together. No. There you go. So I went to this event, right? I went to this event.
Lord have mercy.
Called Adobe Live. It was off the chain. When I tell you they had creators, they were showing us some of the new features of Adobe. Project Violet on iOS. I even asked, hey, when are you going to roll out some of the stuff for Android? They were showing us Firefly, some of the great tools with Adobe. What's the video editing on Adobe?
Premiere.
Adobe Premiere. They were showing us some things that you can do with AI. I thought it was awesome. Great event.
Mm-hmm. You over there breathing hard.
I signed up for Adobe. And they give you a 14-day free trial.
Oh, you talking about? Okay, cool. Woo, you talking about them? Okay, right on. So yeah, let's talk.
So, okay, no, not,
I
but I
thought I was
signed
gonna
up.
have some explaining to do.
The 14 days had expired yesterday.
Oh, Adobe be
So
tripping,
the
man.
14th day was yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'm just telling you, please be mindful of what you sign and read the fine print, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because the 14th day was yesterday, and I went and tried to cancel. Hey, I don't know if I want to do this. It is what it is. I think it's a great situation. But I'm gonna try and save some coins over here. You know what these jokers told me? If I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
cancel, it was gonna be $87.99 to cancel. So you're gonna just take my money. Look, I'm about to get choked up over this. You're gonna just take my money because on
Mm-hmm.
the 14th day, not the 15th day, you said I got 14 days to try it, and if I didn't like it, I can cancel with no penalty. 14th day, you already told me is $87.99.
Mm.
Lord bless
Oh
me.
my God.
And yeah. Uh
Oh
yep, they
my
didn't
God.
lock me into a whole year. They didn't got me. I am 38 hot. So be mindful of companies
Be
that
mindful of that fine print.
that lock you in
Yeah.
because you gonna have to pay that penalty, and the penalty is 50% of whatever is not used. So if you go 6 months in and you say I don't want it anymore, you got to pay 50% of the remaining of the 6 months.
Yeah. They gonna get their money. Adobe gonna get their money. I've been to the office. I've been to the headquarters. It's nice, and the reason why it's so nice is because Adobe gonna get their money.
And here goes Tammy being petty, talking about go say ready. Oh, I can't stand her when she say that, but it's all good. So they got me. So I will be learning how to use Adobe in 2025. I tell you that much. Now, don't get me wrong. Adobe has a massive suite that you can do some awesome things inside of Adobe. And so it's not just Premiere. You can do audio editing. You can do Adobe Acrobat, the way you can do PDF files. They now have a new what is it? Content creation.
They
What
got
do they
Adobe
call that?
Spark. So they got Adobe Spark.
Yeah.
Um,
So they have like 20 different apps that you can play with. So basically, if you're into interior design or what is it? Uh, construction. I don't know, but basically, if you're into creation
hmm.
of any sort, they have something for you. So if
Well,
somebody need, go ahead.
well, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna push you in that direction. So me and Hit the Spot gonna gang up on you a little bit. Adobe is Canva on steroids. Everyone uses Canva because it's so easy,
Easy,
right? Because
seamless.
it's on every platform. It's so easy, and they do a lot for you. Adobe is and Adobe is Adobe, and that's literally the statement that I said when I was talking to them. I was doing some work for them back in the day. They are the recognized leader out there in in this ecosystem. So if you learn Adobe Spark, or you learn Premiere, or you learn Lightroom, or you learn Photoshop, you can go get a job anywhere. That those really
I got
are
to
those
take
really
back with
are
me in a year.
the
I'm gonna
crown jewels for video production and for graphic design. If you can learn the Adobe, any piece of the Adobe suite, you drop that on the top page of your LinkedIn, and you're gonna have folks calling you. So it's very advantageous, especially for you, again, out there content creating and editing files like photos and editing videos and doing all of that stuff. If you get into that Adobe ecosystem, my goodness, you set. So learn a little piece of it, man, and then you'll be good. Canva's nice. Canva is right. Learn Canva too. That's what all of us have probably done, and I've moved off of Canva as well. But so I'm kind of graduated. But when you really want to step up and start making your own creations, not those that are templatized, and not talking negative about Canva because they have their purpose, but Adobe is where it's at. And so hang with them for about 4 or 5 more months. You're paying for them anyway. You
No,
might
I
as
gotta
well.
hang with them for a whole year. That's what I gotta hang.
I was like, hang with them for a
What
little
Trevor
while.
say, just get Canva. Look at Trevor talking about just get Canva. You're right, sir. I already have Canva, so it is what it is. I got it. I effed around and I found out. Let's just f. I did a bad moment, and it is what it is. Graphic design is what I was looking for. Not necessary graphic design is for the people that are into architecture. I can't think of what that is, but yeah. Yeah, don't knock Canva because Canva
Yeah,
is the
no,
truth.
Canva's the truth too. Again, get you moving quickly. But when you want to get into the weeds, when you want to get, there's an affinity designer like Trevor is saying. I know a lot of top dollar graphic designers. Shouts out to my guy Marshall Fox, who was using Affinity. I'm
It
not
might
sure if
be a
he's still
blessing.
using
It
that.
might be a blessing in disguise. So I just take it as is because I gotta pay for it, and it ain't cheap. So let's just put it like that. So,
You're gonna learn today.
one last time before you go into this, before you go into the unboxing, can you show us the poll and let us know
Most
what
definitely,
tech
brother.
that has
Most
been
definitely.
featured on this show that you appreciate?
I got you covered over here. I'm over here multitasking like the Wizard of Oz. Looks like we got more.
TV.
Tele TV is up in the. So, okay, you like the Tele TV thing, but did you also, because I did it, and so did Isaiah, my son, we signed up for Tele TV, went through all the qualification.
Did you use my code?
Did use your code, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm waiting on my TV now. They keep sending
Now,
these
look,
push notifications. I'm like, I done already filled out the
to be
thing.
honest, it took me about a year and a half to get it. So
I
just
ain't
be
got that
not
time.
when you forget it, when you forget all about it, you probably be going into the senior citizen home, and
That's
talking
when
about
it
what
show
we
up.
got to tell you. That's when it's gonna show up. Talking about and just be ready with a cart. I'm just telling you, just be ready with a cart. That's all I can tell you. All right, I'm gonna hit the next poll question, and I'm gonna let you go ahead and take it over with the new unboxing with this new toy that you got.
My gosh. Okay. I'm sorry. Well, say it again. I got a text messages from the wife. Then I had to look like we might have to go take care of some things. Okay, no, okay. I thought she was putting up the bat signal. Thought I had to take care of something. Because that's what we do.
You got an unboxing that you said you want to talk to us.
I do. I'm just making sure we caught up on comments as well. We are. I'm gonna take you all. Let's see. You sound jealous. Me or you? Sound jealous. She might be talking about you. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. I'm gonna take you off camera just for a minute while I bring this up because
he took me off camera all
because
week.
well, listen. I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna take you off camera. I'm gonna be again selfish and honest. I have some content that's due to this company, and this is gonna be cut up and it's gonna be sent off to them as well. So
You've been hearing a lot of selfish and honest all night. Okay, how many more of these we gonna get?
My show out there. I'm gonna be selfish and honest. Shay and Ocho up in here. Listen, this is what we gonna do. This is what we gonna do.
Thank you so much, Lisa Maria, for tapping in.
So shouts out to Shure. Oh my! Let me get you in focus right here. So Shure came out and released their Move Mic 88 Plus. That's what I got in my hand. I've had it for a little while, and essentially what this is, I'm gonna do an unboxing so folks can actually see what this is. Packaging is important. And I like companies that take advantage and take time to package their devices and their gear appropriately. So already packaged for remote travel and for remote utilization. So in this Velcro pouch here, I've got all of my devices. And what the Move Mic 88 Plus is essentially this right here. It is a Bluetooth connected cardioid microphone that provides wireless audio that's connected to your mobile device, be it either iPhone or Android. And it's essentially a shotgun mic that attaches to your phone and records directly to your phone. So eliminates the need for a whole bunch of other cables, a whole bunch of other connectivity. Use the Move Mic app on your phone to do all of the harmonics and the syncing and the EQ and things like that. But the Move Mic 88 Plus from Shure was released today. I've got it. In the box comes the device itself, cable, a cold shoe mount. So again, if you don't want to connect it directly to your phone, you can connect it to like a mini tripod or something and have that on a desk. But it's got everything that you need to be able to connect and do the thing appropriately. Let me bring a screen up so you guys can see. It's on Shure's website. You can get just the Move Mic in itself, as you see, for $299.99, or you can get the Move Mic 88 plus the receiver for $449. I always say you get what you pay for. And I know these numbers are a little bit different, but again, the quality of the product, the feature and the functionality that you get, the ability to have high quality, multi-polar pattern audio. So directly in front, out to the side, so unidirectional, bidirectional, so you could be talking to yourself, or why would you be talking to yourself? You could be doing a one-on-one interview, or you could be having an interview where someone's in front, someone's in back. You can set that within the device in and of itself as well. So that is the Shure Move Mic 88 Plus. This is going with me to NAB in Vegas, and I will be walking around and I will be using my phone with the Move Mic connected directly to it, and I will be collecting all of that high quality audio directly to the device. Boom, be able to turn that around into quality content quickly. So less steps in the workflow because I got quality content. And the audio is the thing. The video, we can worry about the video later. We can get B-roll. But if I don't have quality audio, I don't have anything. Move Mic 88 Plus. There we go.
I did not interrupt you because I did not want you to have to start all over, brother.
Don't worry about it. Hey, we record an isolated audio, so I can cut you out anyway. Shouts out to Ecamm. I know you don't. But yeah, man. So this, I may find a way to connect you with one of these as well, because as much as I'm at events, you're at events. I know you were just at some events this past week as well. Getting that quality audio, because you've already got the video. You've got your video from your microphone, from your glasses and from all the fancy cameras you got. But getting that audio too effortlessly, I think that really would help you as well. Will help all the content creators.
Kevin Cox says, how does that work on a show floor setting with lots of background noise? Does it have an isolated audio there too?
I'm going to find out.
He just opened up the box, Kevin.
Yeah, I don't say that. So I'm gonna have to cut that out because I don't need my Shure folks. Hey, I've had it for weeks.
See, you told on yourself right there.
I did. You know, I'm blatant. I'm honest, right? But yes, sound isolation. So let me see right here. Let's see. We got adjustable stereo. We got monocardioid, mono bidirectional, raw mid-side. So again, collecting all of those polar patterns to get both mono and stereo sound coming out of this device. So it says it's adequate for up to 100 feet away. I wouldn't use it for anything where you're further than 100 feet away. But again, if you're at a event or at a conference and you're talking to someone at their booth and you've got your device right in front of them, instead of just using the built-in mic on your phone, use this to get that higher quality audio. And noise cancellation is built into the Move Mic app, so you can either do it during and or in post. Hope that answers your question, Kevin. Thanks a lot for that.
So what would have been cool is of me being at this Adobe Live event or Adobe Create event on Friday. It's funny because when I got into the event, they had different interactive stations, right? Mm-hmm. And when I got to these interactive stations, I had my eye on the stage and I was looking at who was sitting in the front row because I knew that I needed content without somebody's head being in my shot, right? And that would have been ideal to have because it's a shotgun mic. And then now you can just point it at the mic. Point it at the stage and you're getting cleaner audio and I'm on the front row. Whereas I had my wireless microphones, that's not going to do me no justice unless I have each respective user or speaker being mic'd up. So now I have to use the ambient sound, whereas with this Move Mic, from the sound of it, I could have just pointed this at the stage and I would have got clean, isolated audio.
Yeah, that's clean. That's exactly it right there. And that's exactly it right there. So like I said, mounts into either these cold shoe mounts that come with it that you can attach to like a mini tripod, a Manfrotto or something like that, or you can attach it directly with clamps to your phone too. But that's exactly what it is. Because Kevin was saying this versus the mini clipped kind of lapel microphones.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
This is going to be the route to go when you want less of that ambient noise coming in through your recording, because specifically configurable gain, selectable polar patterns, noise reduction, instant pairing, wireless audio, up to 8 hours of battery life, and up to 100 feet range. So this is going to be the route to go. This is going to be the great questions, great follow-up question as well, though.
So this would be ideal for somebody that doesn't want to have a lapel mic and you just want to have a clean interview.
Yep.
Videographer or somebody just holding the camera and you just got a clean interview and it picks up you and the other person. You're good to go with clean audio without seeing, because you see a lot of people with the clips on their jacket or their clothing, and then the branding of the microphone is showing. So now you can use this. And then you said something about Bluetooth connectivity to your phone, so it records the audio into your phone already. Is that right?
Yeah, directly to your phone. Yeah, so that's hot right there. So again, eliminate the need for other external adapters or interfaces. So it goes right into by utilizing the Move Mic app that you install on your phone, and again, iOS or Android, and that's where you can do again some of that post processing, removing some more noise cancellation, changing the gain, and doing all of those things. So yeah, it goes right into your phone.
Show the box again, because I mean, you just opened up the box and threw it to the side.
I sure did. I didn't throw it to the side. I put it to the side. Don't get me in trouble with nobody over here. That's
people
sending me.
See what it looked like. Let the people see what it looked.
There you go. Go ahead and zoom in there on that A7C, that full frame camera. Come on now.
It ain't did it yet.
I know. Well, there's too much going on in the studio. That's why right there. There you go. Boom. All right. There it is, the Move Mic 88 Plus, and I will put a link in the description so y'all can see it. But as you saw, I had the webpage up as well. There you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Sure, coming through. Guys, I got a couple other things. I should probably unbox those too before I get in trouble.
We got a few more minutes, so please click the link that's in the respective YouTube channels and participate with us. We had one more question. So while he's doing whatever it is that he wants to do, you have time, a few more moments before we shut this thing down. We definitely thank you guys for hanging out with us. But we wanted to know on our last question, is there any feedback that you would like to give us?
Don't wear wool. Don't wear brown wool.
We're not going to. I had the option to let it see their names, but I made it to where we won't see their names. So we don't know who's saying what. So you could say
this
what
one
you
right
want,
here. That right there. That's what we're going to keep doing. That's it right there. Love that. Appreciate that.
Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't know if I like this new setup because it makes me feel like it's smaller as far as us. And I wonder what the edit is going to look like.
Okay.
Maybe making the articles like, see, this is good. And it's easier. But now when you have the article or whatever it is that you're highlighting, and I'm not saying that not to not use it at all, but knowing that while we're talking in the article is in the middle, it's probably good for the viewer now. But when it comes time for the edit and it's time to zoom in on a focal point, I want to know what that actually looks like. Because remember, when you zoom in, you lose a reduction in quality on the video. So
right.
Like I said, we're testing things out. We're seeing how things go. And
well, like I say, I just rebuilt the entire scenes for the entire show like 2 days ago.
Feedback, brother. I'm not.
No. Listen. So here we go, right here. Let me put it back up there. Boom. Let me just take a look at that. I see what you're saying. I look good though. I'll work on you. We're gonna work on you. We're gonna get you right. We're gonna get you right.
Gotcha. I had my mimosa for the evening.
Is that right? What you drinking there?
I said a mimosa.
Well, it could be a different flavor. Good Lord. And see, now he feeling himself. Okay.
I'm not feeling. I had a nice mimosa. I was trying to do I was having a good time. I know you drinking You probably got a little whiskey in there. That's what it looked like
Y'all
you
leave.
got.
See, don't. There we go. Don't put my business out there again. Don't. I do have some brandy. We went wine tasting this weekend, and at one of the vineyards they had a brandy tasting. Lord knows I had to get me some brandy. Oh my God, I was happy then. I'm not a big wine guy, but when they got some brown liquor, okay,
Gotcha.
keep being you.
Look,
That was the response there.
pineapple mimosas, it was said.
Take care of them.
So as we wrap up the show, I know a lot of people know that we're in uncertain times with the current climate of America. Unfortunately, y'all voted for him. So it is what it is, right? I did not vote for the man. James probably did not vote for the man. Some of the people that watch did not vote for the man. It is what it is. And so I will say this, please brace yourself for some hard times because it's about to happen. And I'm waiting for somebody that's gonna punch this man back in the mouth and see what he gonna do. That's what I'm waiting. I'm not getting into too much political stuff, but it's like you can't keep being the bully and not get punched back. And I'm waiting to see who's gonna take that leadership role. But in the meantime, in the between time, please prepare yourself for some hard times until somebody figures out what, hey, enough is enough. If it keeps going in the route that we're going, those tariffs are going to affect you from a purchasing the luxuries of the things that you like and you want, and we're even trying to encourage you to buy tech. That's going to affect you along the way because now you got to start factoring in toilet paper, groceries, food. You got to factor that in, gas, and some people might have to factor in their electricity bill. So I mean, it is what it is. So I'm just being honest with you. It's tough. And unfortunately, I have some friends that have lost jobs due to this situation and some others that are very worried about this situation. So please be mindful. Please have that conversation, have that honest conversation with your family and your loved ones about what could possibly happen within the next couple of days, the next couple of weeks, and say, look, we may have to scale back on some things so we can prepare as opposed to saying, I didn't know and this really just happened. So
Good lesson. Good lesson. Y'all, we did what we needed to do tonight. We gave y'all all we could.
this man just said apple juice in his wool suit.
See, I didn't want to go back down that path, but okay, John got jokes. John got that's my new dude right there. That's my dude
My
right
man
there.
Davison, I like it. Davison wants us to go back to horizontal.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to happen, but I definitely thank you, Davison, for pulling up on us. Lionel said brown and is high in sugar. Okay, that's sugar bear. Oh, okay, all right.
We got 10 shows amongst us, and they all horizontal. We got one vertical, and it's all good. It's all good. Go ahead and take us home, though, brother. It's on you. Take us home.
Hey, man, y'all be good. Thank y'all so much for participating in what we're saying we're trying to break the internet. I definitely appreciate each and every last one of y'all. I'm not even trying to be funny. We got 27 people still watching as we are ending this show. And y'all are the real MVPs. Thank y'all so much. And keep your head on a swivel. It's vertical, baby. It's rebooted.